On this episode of All the Mods 10, we bounce for storage, enchant some armors, automate an iron farm, and eat some peasant food. Hello there, welcome to my playthrough of All the Mods 10. This is version 1.0. It's finally in full release. I have been playing this mod pack a little bit in alpha and beta, so I'm relatively familiar with the mod pack. But I decided to do a playthrough, and hopefully it'll be both entertaining and informative. So as you see, you guys have missed a little bit. So let me go ahead and give you a quick recap on how we got here. After being birthed into the world, we decided to punch some wood. I used the wood to make a crafting table on a stick and put it in our curio slot. Then we made a boat and used that to cross the water and loot some barrels. We got our first diamond and some other loot. Then we found a village, and with that we found our first victim. Yoink. We found another victim. Yoink. Looted some chests. We picked up this waystone and the glowstone. Then we decided it was time to make some stone tools. I made a stone Paxel that hits harder than an iron sword, found a little cave, and mined some coal. There was a zombie, so I decided to kill it. There's some copper, so I decided to mine it. Then we ate some peasant food and looted more chests. I found a brewing stand, so I took it. Then I found a temple in the village and decided to loot it. Satisfied with the loot we were getting, I decided to leave the temple and sleep in a child's bed. The next morning, we decided to have some more peasant food and run away. We climbed a wall, we saw some stick creepers, and took a leap of faith. I realized my inventory was dire and I needed to kill some cows to make a backpack. I killed a bunch of cows and gathered some leather. I used the leather to make a backpack, and we put it in our curio slot and put our things inside the backpack. I celebrated with some peasant food and picked up some roses. Also some mushrooms. I found this structure and decided to loot it. Then we ran and ran until we found a village and another victim. Yoink. We continued to loot some chests in the village and more chests. Then we found a bee. Yoink. And mined some iron. And we slept in another child's bed. In the morning, we had some peasant food and continued our journey to find a place to live. We found another bee, and after struggling to catch it, we finally got it. Yoink. Then we found an abandoned mine colony's village, and it had a hole, so I decided to go down in it. Carefully. Just kidding, YOLO. I decided to make some barrels and set up a temporary station here. We put the barrels down and put all our junk inside of it. Then we upgraded our backpack to an iron backpack and smelted some copper. There was a spawner right below us, so I decided to jump down and loot it. Just kidding, it's a roguelike dungeon. So we're gonna go exploring. We found the redstone jackpot, but before going to exploring, I decided to set my spawn and then jump down. We almost died, but we're professionals at this game, so we managed to stay alive. We ate some food that wasn't peasant food and killed a spider. We killed the rest of the monsters and mined some raw redstone blocks. When smelted, these give you redstone dust. Then we did some parkour and broke a spawner. We found the nether area of the dungeon and we jumped down, mined a block of redstone. We found another chest and hit the jackpot. That's a lot of gold. And more gold. Then I picked a fight with an enchanted bow archer, but it wasn't going well, so I ran away like a chicken and hid. I decided to use the time wisely and upgrade my backpack to gold, and then eat some peasant food. I decided to leave the dungeon and mine some dark gems, and then died. But it's okay, because we can go /back. We pick up our items and continue onwards. Mine some lapis, smelted down some iron, and found this place. Then I used the iron to make a tank and collect some lava. We looted more chests. Oh my god, that's a lot of coal. We run away. I killed an enderman, and then looted some more. I opened a seed chest and got these mystical agriculture seeds, and looted more chests, and then more chests, and then more chests. I found a deep dark biome, and almost spawned a warden, but we sneaked away. Diamonds! We'll take that. I used the diamonds to make a diamond pick, and then celebrated by having some peasant food. I found another dungeon and took the skulls and candles. We'll use this later for occultism. I went back to the dungeon and used the diamond pick to mine some obsidian and some dripstone. Then I picked up more lava and looted more chests. I decided I had enough and went back home. This is all the loot we have. This time I decided to sleep in my own bed. In the morning, I made some copper ore hammers and used it to duplicate our ores. After smelting the ores, I made some pocket storages and upgraded to tier 2. I put some things inside of it and made another pocket storage. After that, I decided to gather all of my stuff and leave the hole. I then rid the neighborhood of this nuisance and gathered some leather. After killing the llamas, I went on a search for a place to live, but got distracted by a tree. So we take it. Then I had some avocados. And some clay. And also gathered some sand. I gave up searching and settled on this plateau. Cleared some grass, made some sophisticated storage barrels, upgraded them to iron and then gold. Then I placed them down. I took a moment to appreciate the barrels and then filled them with junk. I also made a gold furnace and put that on the ground. The next morning, I enjoyed the sunrise. Now that you're back, let's continue forward. The first thing I'd like to do is set up an automated iron farm. Semi-automated, I guess, for now. That's why I grabbed all these villagers. And we'll need some iron and our lava. We'll need to make 8 of these, but before we do that, we need stone also. So let's smelt up some stone. I believe I am 1 iron short, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. We will soon have all the iron in the world. I need some of those guys, some of those. There's 1 iron farm. 2. 'Huh. I know these guys are really annoying, but we're gonna mute them shortly. Let's put them over here for now. And replace them individually. The way this works, it's basically a vanilla iron farm. And there's a zombie in there and a villager that spawns an iron golem. The iron golem falls in the lava and dies, and you get iron and poppies. So I don't want to hear these guys. Let's go ahead and mute them. The way you can do that is by clicking this volume icon And I don't want to mute zombie and villager voices for my whole world, so we're going to bind it or anchor it to this point. And the way you do that is you click on any of these anchors at the top. We're going to set the anchor and name it. We'll call it Iron Farm. And I only need a block radius of, let's say, 4. Okay, once you do that, you look at all of the recent noises. So we have ambient zombie villagers, we'll muffle that. We have ambient zombie, we'll muffle those guys. And that's all for now. So you can see they're quiet now. Once the Iron Golem spawn, we'll have to mute those guys too. If you didn't want to wait for that, you can also search, do entity.irongolem. And Iron Golem damage, death, hurt. I don't know if step is needed. Attack. We'll mute all of this. So hopefully this won't make any more noise. Okay, with that out of the way, I would like to get started with setting up a way we can access all of these storage chests from one place. And I'm going to use integrated dynamics to do that. I haven't found any Menril trees, so we'll have to go researching. Let's see what we'll need. We need these item interfaces, which require just those logic cables. We have all of that. We'll need a terminal. We have the glowstone. We have the glass. We have everything for this. I think the only thing we're missing is just the Menril and slime balls. Maybe we can do the slime balls right now. This sword is kind of annoying because it has fearless and knockback, so it knocks back enemies, and also when you attack, it pulls you towards the enemy, so that's not going to work for us. I'm going to make a new sword. I think just an iron one for now will do. I have all my things in here. Oh, I don't have iron, that's right. How about a couple of stone Paxels? This does 10 damage, which is more than the diamond sword. So these Paxels are nice to make early on. Just in case the durability runs out, I don't want to have it run out in the middle of a fight, so we'll go ahead and make another one as backup. Okay. Now, do we have any bottles? We have one. Well, I'll do this. We're going to use the gateways mod to spawn slime, since we need slime balls. Let's see if we can do that. We also need an ender pearl. And 3 redstone. Okay. And just in case, we'll put a roof over our heads. Oh no. That is not what I meant to do, but it's okay. The way this works is there are multiple waves. If you see at the top, we're on wave 1 out of 5, and it's going to spawn slimes, and you kill it. And each wave, they get stronger. And once you're done, it drops a certain amount of loot. You get the mob loot as well as whatever the loot is promised at the end. This is timed, so if you don't kill the mobs in time, it will end. And if you run away, it will also end. And those guys light you on fire. Good thing I made a second Paxel, because as you see, it already broke the first one. And that one broke also. About 2 more. Guess I'm no chill. Oh, come on. Get out of here, creeper. I'm gonna try still to salvage this, but now there's a skeleton also. Where are my sticks? We only have 30 seconds, so this probably won't work out, but we are going to try. Nope. No worries. We'll go slash back to get back to our grave. The slimes are still here. So are all these other mobs. Oh, it's still going. But I doubt we can finish in 10 seconds. Let's see. Well, we didn't get the big reward at the end, but I think we still got enough slime balls, so I'll take it for now. Let's go ahead and clear this waypoint and clean up our mess. So we got, just with that, even though we didn't finish it, we got more than 2 stacks of slime balls, so it's fine for now. I'll delete some of these things. Okay, maybe it will be a good idea to set our spawn over here. So we'll say set home. That way it knows this is our home. I'm going to chunk claim this area and force load it. That way, when a creeper explodes, we don't get a giant hole. And I forgot to grab a bed, so we'll make that really quickly. All right, let's see if we have any iron. And we do. We have a bunch. So let's get rid of those. We will make an iron Paxel. Those trophies are just for decorations, but I'll keep it since I don't really need it for anything else. Okay, now we are on the search for a mineral tree from Integrated Dynamics. Let me go exploring, and once I find it, I'll bring you guys back. Here we go again. Yoink. Loot, loot, loot. Eat some peasant food. And explore. You guys get the idea. I searched far and wide, saw sunsets and sunrise. Seriously, I searched for so long to find a mineral tree. Finally, there it was. Aha. You are mine. So we just had the most difficult time ever finding mineral, but we finally found some. And in the trip, as you can see, I also found a bunch of other things. But let's go ahead and continue with this and try to set up our storage system. Let me get some of these osmiums going. And where is all of our mineral stuff? Saplings, berries, crystals. So if we take a look at Integrated Dynamics, we need the drying basin, which requires black dyes, which will require a cutting board, sticks and wood. need some iron to make a knife. And we'll need our ink sacs. Okay. That gives us 4 black ties. We get a drying basin, a squeezer, more sticks. And the button. Let's put this here. Okay, the way this works is you put the log in there. You want to make sure the way this is facing, you see how there's like a little channel? That channel has to be pointing towards the drying basin, otherwise it won't go in there. And you jump on top and it squeezes the resin in there. So we'll do this a couple times. Well, a little bit more. We also need a piece of glass. Do I hear a slime? There's a slime in here. Oh, it's one of the ones from our gateway. Let's do one more. And we'll need our glowstone and paper as well. Do we have paper? Paper. Glowstone? Okay, so in order to make this, we'll need a couple chests. We can put the item interfaces on our barrels. We'll take the cable, which requires redstone, more sticks. And connect all of those together. And the last thing we need is a storage terminal. We need cobblestone, iron, what am I looking at? These things. We need variable cards. Pistons. I'm missing Menril berries, so we have to grow a tree. And we can bone meal it. All right, we got the terminal. Now we get rid of these things. We can put the terminal on the cable and you look through and we have access to our complete storage system. Put these things away. And all of these guys. I don't know where all my food went. Okay, so just like that, we have a storage system and we have an iron farm. Let's make some osmium Paxels. And that should do for now. We'll also use the dust. Maybe we need new armor. Let's make the armor as well. We have mending. I guess we could put mending on that. Where's our anvil? Something cool you can do. I'll show you a way to strip enchantments from items. We should have these guys. These guys. That can be trashed. Looks good. So we're gonna go over here and put down a piece of obsidian. We also need books. And an anvil. Did I grab the anvil? I did, okay. We throw all of the equipment on the ground. We throw books on the ground. We drop the anvil on top. Now you can see it stripped all of the enchantments from the items. And we can get rid of all of those. Now we sort through here, protection 3, mending I'll put on that. Unbreaking I'll put on that as well. Delete that one. Another protection 3, another protection 3. And these ones I can get rid of. Okay, so we'll combine that. Mending and unbreaking on our Paxel. And protection 3 on all of our armors. All right, once that's set, let's see what it takes to automate this. Actually, let's make the last one. And grab our villager. And make a drawer. 1 by 2. Put the drawer here. The way I want to automate that is using Super Factory Manager, and for that we'll need some more black dyes. So let's see if there are some squid around. Found the squid. Okay, we're back. We have some squid ink. We'll put that in our offhand. Make some black dye. Okay, so first we need these guys. It's a couple stacks of those, a stack of that. These inventory cables go underneath the blocks that they're interacting with. We have the factory manager to move it around. We need a label gun. I must not have sticks. And we also need a program disk, green dye, yellow dye, red dye. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get this set up. We're going to put all the inventory cables in the ground below. We'll put the manager over here. This goes inside, and we get to program how we want this to work. So we'll go ahead and give it a name. We'll call it Iron Farm. And every 20 ticks due. This is kind of how you start all your programs. By the way, if you're interested in Super Factory Manager and how it works, I do have a pretty detailed video about the mod, so feel free to check that out. It'll explain everything in there. But what we want to do is we want to input from the farm, I'll call it, and we're going to output to drawer. Simplest program there is. We copy the labels with the label gun, and we can shift scroll through them. Hold Control to label all of them at once, or I can do individually. Label the drawer, and when we push the labels in, you'll see that all of the iron and the poppy went in here from there. So that is automated for now. And one last thing I'll do this episode is make an upgrade if we have enough copper. And we'll put this in here. So with that, I should get up to 8,000 of each. Maybe I'll make one more. Actually, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.